We went to Kathy's department. Histology, she called it.
Now, this is where I work.
Histology is where they work with tissues. She showed me a block of paraffin that had tissues embedded in it. That is, small portions taken from the human body for examination. Before tissues can be put in paraffin, they have to be passed through a number of different solutions. This is done by a machine that dips them automatically in one solution after another. Kathy explained that the tissues have to be put in paraffin so that they can be cut into extremely thin slices. They come off in a long ribbon. Floating the sections on warm water flattens them out. Then they can be picked up on a glass slide.
There, now this section of tissue has to be stained so that the cells will show up under the microscope. There's some finished ones, though, just prepared for one of the doctors. Would you like to see what human cells look like?
Yes, I would.
Oh, you may have to adjust that a little bit. Here?
Mm-hmm.
These sections were made so the pathologist can tell whether there are malignant cells present. Cancer, that is. Oh, hello, Doctor. I was just going to bring these sections in to you.
Good. I have to get a diagnosis out on this right away. It's malignant. These are nice sections, Miss Carter.
Oh, thank you, Doctor.
And I believe I'll take these slides along now.
All right.
Is he a pathologist, too?
Yes, he's Dr. Reed's associate.
Would you... Well, I don't really know what a pathologist is.
Well, lots of people don't. You see, a pathologist is a doctor's doctor. Now, it's his job to consult with other doctors in interpreting the various laboratory tests. Now, that's where the technologist comes in. We do the tests for the pathologist.
Oh, I see.
A patient who comes in here for laboratory tests usually thinks he has only one doctor. He really has a team. His own doctor, the pathologist, and me.
It was the strange little smile that gave me the idea that being a technologist meant more to Kathy than just a good job.
I'll take him to bacteriology.
Dr. Woolsey says the child hasn't responded to penicillin or chloromazepine. Unless we find something within the next 24 hours, it may be too late.
Right, Doctor. I'll set up the sensitivity test right away.
It had been a pleasure to watch the other girls handling equipment, but Helen Peterson was really something. I began to see what Dr. Reed meant about being good at working with your hands. She took the sample from the little boy and streaked it on a culture medium where the bacteria could grow. Then she took little discs that had been soaked in different antibiotics, like terramycin and aureomycin, and put them around in the dish. Finally, she put the dish in an incubator where the bacteria could grow in a warm place.
These have been in the incubator 24 hours.
She pointed out where the bacteria had grown, and then the areas around each disc where the bacteria didn't grow. In each case where the bacteria didn't grow, it meant that that antibiotic probably would be effective in the patient. Watching Helen Peterson and looking around her laboratory, I began to understand how these people felt about being a medical technologist. It was more than just a good job. It was more than helping people who needed you. It was a profession in which you could take real pride. There was something else Helen was proud of.
Oh, this one? This is my small fry. Gosh, he's cute.
For a while, Helen had given up her job to get married and raise a family. But then she'd gone back to school to take some graduate work. Now she was head of bacteriology and chief technologist at the laboratory. Kathy took me to the other departments. There was urinalysis. there was clinical chemistry. And though Kathy denied that it was a special department,